Hey, buddy. I know. I'll be right back, though. Okay? I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm just going out for a little ride. That's all. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh yeah. What's going on, everybody? Moto IBSD here for another day of Moto Vlogs. Today we have an actual subject to talk about, and that's going to be how to corner like a pro.
Now go to work, bitch.
This applies for both bike and car users. It's pretty much the same principle in each, except with the car you're turning a wheel, as in a bike you're leaning over. But it's pretty much the same principle. We're gonna use, I found this nice like black line circling this pole. Obviously somebody was doing some drifts around here at my mall's parking lot. Today's Sunday as well, so there's nobody here. But basically there's 3 steps to any given turn. You got your entry, you got your apex, and you got your exit. A couple of steps to initiate the turn is you want to get as wide of an angle to the center of the turn as possible. So let's say that our road is as wide as this parking lot. So you want to get all the way out as wide as possible to the edge here. And you want to basically make the turn as straight as possible, because the more you're turning, the slower you're going. And vice versa, the straighter the turn, the faster you go. The rest of entry is just right before you're about to initiate your turn. You know, you want to get to the correct speed where you're going to be safe going around the turn. And you also want to make sure that you get all of your braking done before you actually start turning your wheel or leaning over your bike. You do not want to brake when you're leaning your bike or you're turning your wheel. That is the #1 thing that every single person on the streets of the United States of America does wrong, is they brake while they're turning. That is wrong. Everything about it's wrong, period. There's no exceptions. Everything about it's wrong. You do not brake and turn at the same time, period. For this turn, we'll be right at the center line of the parking section. So right here at the center line. Now if you noticed, I pretty much just walked straight from the line that I had set up. That is making your line as straight as possible. Now this is the apex here for our instance. Is right at this, it's basically a little X, because X marks the spot, right guys? And then we're going to continue, our turn is going to continue out, and we're going to probably ride right through that parking space right there. So this is going to be our apex. It's about center of the turn. Generally speaking, your apex is going to be about center of the turn, because after you get past the center point, then you're going to start wanting to unwind your bike or straighten out the steering wheel of your car so that you can accelerate off the turn. The main thing that you want to do is you want to focus on hitting your apex. Apex, you always want to be in the closest to the inside of the turn as possible, and that's going to be your tightest point of the turn as well. So leading up from the entry to the apex is going to be a nice gradual increase in turning, and then from the apex out to the exit is going to be a natural degress of turning. But the apex is always going to be where your maximum amount of turning is going to be done. So we're going to ride the exit out all the way to the outside of the line here, because we want to make this turn as straight as possible. And I'm going to be focusing, once I get to my exit here, I'm going to just be focusing on the straightaway ahead, because I want my bike to go in that direction. I'm not going to focus where the exit's at. It's pretty simple like that. We'll go ahead and hit it real quick on my bike, and then let's do some real world applications. Okay guys, so I'm in my straight line here. My turn is coming up. Remember that my turn is at the center marking point of the parking section over there. So at first I need to start initiating my turn now. Now, I'm focused on where my apex is going to be at this moment in time, and I'm always looking at the apex. I'm always focused on the apex before I get to it. I'm not looking straight ahead, I'm looking at where I want to go. So we'll see how that looks in slow motion. I'll go slow the first time, and then the second time I'll kind of go at a little bit faster pace. So going slow, I'm focusing on my apex. I'm going to turn in, hit my apex, and I'm going to straighten out. So with a little bit more speed this time, I'm going to brake, initiate my turn, and then accelerate out onto the exit, just like that. So I hope that you guys were able to pick up on the steps that I took. I initiated the braking before I turned, and then after I stopped braking is when I started leaning my bike over to begin the turn. And then once I hit the apex, I started kind of unraveling my bike and accelerating out into my exit. I hit my exit point and I just straightened my bike out completely and I accelerated out onto the straight. That's how you take a turn, guys. Let's go ahead and see what it's like in the real world. So this first corner is a perfect 90. So we'll see how I approach it and how I enter the apex and then how I exit. So guys, I hope that this video gave you a little bit of insight on how to take a turn like a pro. If it did help you in any way, then go ahead and leave a like. If you already knew all these things and it was just a little bit too basic for you guys, then go ahead and leave a dislike. That's fine by me. Comment down below what you learned and you know how you're applying that to your everyday driving. And yeah. So if you guys would like me to do a little bit more in-depth tutorial for the next one, you know, going over advanced guides on things like hairpin turns, a little bit more in-depth on S-turns, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. I'll be more than happy to make in-depth advanced turning guides for you guys. I have multiple racing championships under my belt. I used to race NASCAR and sprint cars professionally, and yeah, so I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. Anyways guys, this has been Moto IBSD, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.